I'm traveling to the state of Arizona to backpack in a remote area called the Sycamore Wilderness Canyon. It's the second largest canyon next to the Grand Canyon, but few visit. Less than 100 backpackers a year travel into this remote wilderness area. I will be doing a 30-mile loop around, in, and on top of this remote canyon. No water, no trail markers, just rugged hiking, but spectacular views. It's spring, so the wildflowers are out in force. The canyon is so remote the drive is an experience all by itself. I'm going to have to pack in all my water on this trip. The canyon is hot and dry even in spring. I will start at the Castner Mt trailhead and climb 2,900 feet to the top of.
Okay, here I am at the Sycamore Wilderness Canyon in Arizona. It's about 20 miles north of Clarkdale. It took us about 45 minutes to get in here because there is no paved roads, there's no scenic routes to take. It's all off-road driving. In fact, you need an ATV or at least a four-wheel drive to get in to the canyon. I'm starting the trip at Castner Mt trailhead. This is a trail that goes about 8 miles up the side of Castner Mountain. We're starting at about 4,000 feet. The trail goes up to about 6,800 feet. It's a very old road, maintenance road to take care of these power lines that are behind me, and that's the trail we're going to take up. Beautiful, beautiful views. Once I get up on the mountain, it's just going to be just fantastic views of either Sycamore Canyon on one side or Oak Creek Canyon on the other side. So hopefully this will be well, I'm sure it's going to be a spectacular experience, and I just can't wait to get up there. So I will see you on the trail. Not really sure if you can see the road down there, but that's where I came from, and that's where I still have to go. So it's still quite a climb. I'm about well, 3/4 of the way up, so hopefully that'll take me about another 20-25 minutes to get up there. But I mean, it's beautiful up here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, I'm almost to the top of Castner Mountain. I've been hiking for about an hour and a half. It's every bit of a climb, every bit of 2,800 feet. But right now I'm just about to the top. I wanted to come out here and take a little break and just I've got Sycamore Canyon on that side, and that's part of the Prescott National Forest. And then I've got the other larger side of Coconino National Forest, which is the Red Rock National Park on the other side. In fact, where I'm standing right now, or sitting, is pretty much the border of this Coconino National Park, and it's divided into really 3 different parks. Right now, Brett. Okay, I made it to the trailhead of Taylor Cabin. This is about where the Castner Mountain Trail ends. It can go back up a little bit way, but Mooney Trail comes up right on the Red Rock Park District side, and then Taylor Cabin is right there. 7-mile hike, and let me tell you, I would not want to do this hike in the summertime, believe me. Taylor Cabin Trail is a very steep descent down, especially because we're going into the canyon, and it's very, very steep, but that's what you get to see. Well, it was a tough day. I'm camping here along in the right by the start of the Sycamore Creek, and I really kind of don't know where I'm at. The cairns stopped a little bit back there. I was trying to find an old cabin that was built in 1835. I found the barbed wire fence to it, and where they used to raise cattle, but I can't find the cabin. I was going to stay in there tonight, so at this point, you know, I'm not 100% lost, but I'm not entirely sure where I'm at. The cairns just stopped, and I couldn't pick any of them up. So, and it was getting dark, and I was beat, and I needed to camp. Luckily, I found a watering hole, and the water was nice and cold, and so I got some water. I figured this was probably the best place to spend the night. At least I'm with some water, of course. Okay, I finally made it out of that creek bed, which I really kind of spent the night in a creek. But it was nice and sandy and soft, but boy, was it really tough getting out of that creek bed. I mean, there are trails going all over the place, and the cairns are really hard to find. But anyway, I think I'm on Packard Mesa Trail. I know I'm going southeast, and that's home. So I'm going to continue on this trail until it proves me otherwise.
The temperature was only about 80 degrees, but it sure did feel like 100. Hiking in that desert sun is a whole different experience. My mouth got totally dry and I had hardly any fluids. That night, it was just a relief just to find a nice tree to camp under. It was a great night camping.
You know, the trail coming out of Taylor Cabin is just, it's a mess. Different trails all over the place. You just have to be so careful on, you know, which way to go. Half the morning I probably spent backtracking, trying to figure out, you know, which way was, you know, north and which way was south, and it took a much longer time. But as of right now, Packard Mesa Trail and Sycamore Basin Trail, you have some few ups and downs coming out of Taylor Cabin, but most of it's sand. Once you come out of the canyon, it's all red sand, and it kind of makes it for some difficult hiking. But you know, once it flattens out, man, you can really, you can really do some time. As of right now, I'm only probably, 3 to 4 miles away from the trailhead. I think. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty positive. So anyway, this will be my last night. It's been awesome. It's very challenging, let me tell you, very challenging.
My 2.5-day backpacking trip in the Sycamore Wilderness Canyon was an awesome experience. It was hot, muggy, and dry, and there is very little water. In fact, I ran out of water 3 hours before the end of my trip. When I saw the Verde River, man, was I glad to see it. But it was an awesome trip. I would not recommend this trip during the summer.